everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, and today I am going to do my week 20 weigh-in results. So I've told y'all from the very beginning, I'm going to be totally open, transparent, and honest. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, I'm going to let you know how my journey is going. And this week was totally ugly. It was not good. So to start off with, I started the month at 203.6. And I had a girls trip planned for the beginning part of January, which was 5 days long in Florida. Yes, I know, I just got back from Florida for Christmas and I didn't do well there either. I gained 9 pounds for those 5 days. And on this trip, I went back to Florida to hang with my girls, and another 5 days and another weight gain. So things have not been going real well. But I will say the good part of this trip was it was a blast. We hit 6 or 7 different beaches. The weather was beautiful and warm, which is not like that in most areas of the country this time of year. And that's what brings us back to Florida every year around January or February. For the last 3 or 4 years, we've gone in February because one of my friends, Karen, she lives in Chicago, and by this time of the year, she is tired of the cold and the snow, and she is ready for some sun. So it seems like every year we end up in Florida so she can get out of the freezing weathers that lovely Chicago has. And so again this year, that's where we headed. So I knew the scale wasn't really going to be too nice to me since I'm going on another trip. And the bad part of my travels is that I always struggle with my weight when I'm on trips. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I struggle with just the air travel alone. It seems like I gain water weight every time I fly. Not even talking about the eating of the bad foods, but flying, for some reason, I retain water, I swell. I'm always up 2 or 3 pounds of just water weight from the flying aspect of it. Another thing, I don't rest real well when I'm on my trips, and I know that's a huge part of weight loss is that you have to get enough sleep, and we're always go, 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 go on these trips, and that's partly my fault because I have an itinerary a mile long, and we want to hit and see everything that we can while we can, those few days we're there, wherever we're at. And so most of the time we are from daylight to dark, and then I don't sleep well overnight and repeat the next day. So I never rest well on our trips, no matter if it's running or vacation. Another thing is that I always want to taste the local cuisine. You know, if we are in New Orleans, I've got to have a beignet. So it's like, I know traveling wherever we're at, I want to try the new foods. I may never get back there again, so I'm going to try and taste test while I'm there. Another thing I struggle with is we eat out almost every single meal. And the problem with that is even if I try to order better foods, you really don't know what's being put in it in the kitchen. What's being added, what's in the processed foods that they're using, because most of the time nothing is really fresh anymore. So that also is a factor in why I gain weight on all my trips. The other thing is I do not drink enough water. I don't know why. It's like when I'm at work and I'm on a schedule or a regiment, I get so much water in a day, but when I travel, it's like the water just goes right out of my head. I forget to drink water. Is that not crazy? Either which way, those are some of the struggles I have that I can think of off the top of my head from traveling. Now we'll get to the ugly, and boy was it ugly. So I'm sure most of you don't travel when you go on vacation with a scale. This chick actually brought her scale and weighed every single day. I just kept seeing those numbers creep up higher, higher, and higher. But I knew that it will come off. I know it will. I didn't do as bad this time as I did in the Keys. I only gained about half the amount of weight that I did in the Keys. So when I came home and my weigh-in for this week ended up being 208.2. So I am up 4.6 pounds. Like I said, it's ugly, but it's not 9 pounds. So I'm okay. It's not as bad as I did. Apparently I did a little better on my eating on this trip. But yes, 4.6 pounds up this week. So it's time to get back on it. The problem I'm having is when I got home this week, I had to work 2 10-hour days on Thursday and Friday, and then my plans were to cook, clean house, and get everything meal prepped for the following week over the weekend. Well, that sort of went out the window also. My son signed me up for a motorcycle safety course. Something I will never do. 9 times out of 10, I'll never own a bike. I'm scared to death of them. Motorcycles is not something that has ever really been in my sights as fun, but his girlfriend was signed up. He's out of town for work and he didn't want her to go along, so he's like, Mom, will you please go with Rachel and do the course? And of course, I'm a people pleaser, and when it comes to my kids, I hardly ever tell them no. If it's in my power to do it, I do it. So I said sure, thinking it was a 1-day class and I would still have Sunday to myself to rest and food prep. 2-day class, 8 to 5. Yeah. And the worst part about it, day 2, I pulled a muscle in my back. So I was supposed to start the gym today. Remember all those goals we set at the first of the year? Let's get back into the gym. Let's work on the arms. Let's work on getting toned and fit. Here we are, day 13 of January, and I still haven't stepped 1 foot back in the gym yet. And now my back is hurting, and I'm thinking, okay, I am too old to be doing some of the things I'm trying to do. In my head, I'm still 20, but this body tells me, hey girl, you are way older than 20. You gotta slow down. So, I've had some struggles this week, to say the least. But one way or the other, I'm going to get back on track, and hopefully by next Monday when I weigh in, that scale will be down, even if it's just a few more pounds. Wonderland is close. I'm going to get there. I'm shooting for the end of the month, 1st of February. We've got to see 100 and something. I don't care if it's 199.9. I need 100 and something. Anyways, I'm going to throw a few pictures in at the end of a little bit of our trip. Some of the lighthouses and beaches we saw. Hope you enjoy that. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you like my videos. Like, subscribe, share, do all the good YouTube things. And welcome to my family. And I hope you enjoy. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you next week. Y'all have a great one. Bye.